call the White House, tell them don't stage the attacks. But for months and months before that, and I'm going to dig that out. I got storage buildings full of 3/4-inch tapes and stuff before they all rot. They're probably already rotten. I need to get that out because it's important to show we've been right all along. It's important to show we know what we're talking about. This is important information. And people are beginning to heed it. They are beginning to add to it and do their own research. And we are beginning to have a big effect on the globalists. I mean, they have Violent Radicalization Act hearings in Congress saying they've got to restrict the web and they've got to go after 9/11 Truth because we're hurting them. And they have high-level members of the 9/11 Commission come out and say they did a deal with the Pentagon to lie about the Pentagon standing down on that day. And then we write a story about it at prisonplanet.com and nobody else picks it up. I mean, we are so busy fighting the New World Order and firing down range that we don't even have time to report to you the type of damage we're doing to the New World Order. And you're like, well, why is it important to report that? Because it proves we're shooting down range in the right angle, in the right direction. We're having an effect, and we need more of you to belly up next to us and open fire on the enemy. These are criminals openly hijacking the nation, stealing $14.8 trillion in 7 months. They're going for broke. There's no time to suck thumbs and play games. We got to get into the breach where they've blown holes in our wall, where the enemy's coming in like a flood here. This is the coup in motion right now. The New World Order corporate, private, fraudulent takeover is illegitimate and rogue. And you got to blow the trumpet and point it out to people. And government everywhere is getting more corrupt by the minute because the word's gone out. Go wild. Have an orgy of corruption. Do whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to your calls. Rob in Canada, finish up your point.
Yeah, I just wanted to, that these people really can be toppled. And there was in David Icke's 9/11 book, he gives an example of a play, and at the end of the play, all the members of the on the stage, they create a pyramid. And the guy at the bottom, he has to sneeze. And the guy at the top topples and ends up in the second row. And that's exactly what this is. All of us at the bottom, we're holding those people up at the top, and they can topple.
That's right, Yertle the Turtle.
Yep.
And I appreciate your call. In fact, I think I'm going to bring that Dr. Seuss book in. I've thought about doing that one day and reading it to the audience. Not our hardcore awake audience, but to the childlike audience out there, the new listeners. Yertle the Turtle, yes. Let's go ahead and talk to Tony in Chicago. Tony, thanks for holding. Welcome.
Hey, greetings from Airstrip 2 here in Chicago, Alex. How you
buddy.
doing?
Good.
Hey, I just saw Obama talking about the new health care reform thing, and he was talking about how the doctors and the hospitals and everybody else picked a bad business plan, but not the pharmaceutical companies and the outrageous prices they charge for their product.
Yeah, they have corporatized health care and socialized it for the public to conduit all the profits to themselves. It's eugenics, death care. And now they're going to expand that model, and they are putting in the computer systems nationwide under federal law, telling dentists, doctors, nurses what they can do, a set-up system to national health care will be an aspirin for a heart attack. It'll be a Band-Aid for a severed leg. And that's their system, and they admit, I've got Tony Blair on tape, 18 months for terminal brain cancer that's operable, but you got to have it in a month. They say die. Tom Daschle wrote the book, and he was going to be the head of healthcare, saying you need to just die. It is your carbon footprint. They're openly, and just watch, all you liberals and all you socialists, that are just little hands out. You want something from the New World Order? They're going to give you all the shots and all the mercury and all the brain damage you want. They're going to euthanize you. They're going to haul you out. They're going to imprison your kids. They're going to CP you. You want government? Yeah, that's right. They're taking over free speech, taking over health care, going after the Second Amendment, butchering the borders. They're making their move on every front right now.
Oh, absolutely. And, the thought of this triple tap flu shot coming in the fall. I won't take a shot, Al.
They're on the news saying they're on the news saying we may force you to take this. And they say, to the cowardly, dumbed-down public, those that are, the dumbed-down mass, they say, look, your neighbor's got to take the new flu shot or that'll make you get it. Wait a minute. If the flu shot cures you, the new triple, next year it'll be a quadruple and then a 10 shot and then a 20. Then you'll drink your shots in big 7-Eleven big gulp classes. Here's your 10,000 shots for the day. You die after you drink it, but that's good. It's just insane. It's just totally insane.
Brother, let me leave you with this last thought, and this is for everybody out there, listening right now. People always say, why does somebody need 20 guns in their house? Why does somebody need 50 guns in their house? To hand out 49. That's why. To hand out 49.
Hey, I hear you. Go ahead.
With that, I just want to leave you with that and tell you just before I go, in case they shut all this down before I talk to you next time, brother, I love you right in my heart. I think about you every day. I'm spreading as much as I can within my social circle, and I pray that 5 years down the road we can still have these conversations.
God bless you. Oh, yeah, that's definitely in peril. That is definitely, definitely something we got to think about. I love all you guys, too. I can feel your prayers. I can feel your love. And it overshadows and dominates the hate I feel. I can feel that, too. A disturbance in the force. The last time I felt it was in the presence of my old master. Let's go ahead and talk to, just briefly on the subject of the Second Amendment. I wanted to add that point, but I didn't want to interrupt him. See, I always interrupt folks. I'm getting a little bit better because I want to make a point I think of, and then I forget about it a minute later. But I'm getting better about waiting. Yeah, no, the reason to have 49 guns is because it's your right. That's why. I mean, 1 gun, 2 guns, 10 guns. They're now all over the nation every couple days. In fact, I just saw an article about that right now. It says police see semi-automatic weapons as hazard. They can kill from more than 4 football fields away, shred police officers' vest, fire up to 75 bullets at a time, and they're increasingly showing up in criminal hands. So there's the demonization headline out of the News Sentinel. Last year, Fort Wayne police seized 31 semi-automatic rifles compared to just 2 in 2003. Last year, the federal assault weapons ban that limited the sale of the rifles. The seizure increases and more reports of criminals using the rifles concerns Fort Wayne Police Chief Rusty York. See how that article's written deceptively to imply they're illegal? They say, these were banned until this point, but the police are seizing them because they're so deadly. And so it's just like the billboards with an image of a gun, and it says, report illegal firearms. And it's a revolver. Only illegal in Chicago, D.C., and New York. And then you see the dramas in sitcoms where they say, he's got a handgun, call the police. I mean, how many sitcoms are there where somebody walks in a house and the good-looking girl, likes the guy, he's finally got a great date with his, number 10 Fox, and he takes her into his apartment, and she sees a gun case. She goes, I'm leaving. I'm not like guns. But then she goes out and loves a cop who's got a gun. And that's meant for weak-minded males who haven't gotten a mate yet and feel inadequate, that they watch that and go, God, guns aren't cool. And then weak-minded women think, ooh, the foxy cool chick I want to be, she's anti-gun. I mean, do you like being programmed like that? That isn't an insult to your intelligence. It's so base. My wife watches TV maybe once every couple of days, and she says every show she tries to watch, it doesn't matter. It's anti-homeschool, anti-gun, pro-abortion, pro-eugenics, pro-euthanasia. It's everything. All it is brainwashing with social engineering, using peer pressure in imaginary, fictitious situations to make you feel inadequate and bad and like you'll be uncool. But I'll tell you, it didn't work on a lot of people. Their propaganda is working less and less. Now, I've probably bought 50 guns over the years since I turned 18, started buying guns. One time I had a bunch in a farmhouse that family owned. It got struck by lightning and I think 12 guns burned up. They were pretty weird looking, all melted. But I probably got 30, 40 guns. And I see news all the time where the neighbors saw him in his garage cleaning guns and thought it was threatening. Police went ahead and arrested the veteran, and he had 24 guns and over 1,000 rounds of ammo. And they'll have people in the news going, it was scary, he had firearms. And it'll be I'll check that state's laws where it happened, and then it's not illegal. And it's like, he's arrested, and they're like, yes, we're charging him. I mean, ladies, and charging him with what? That's what I mean. It's crazy. By the way, guns are some of the best investments out there. I mean, I bought